Thanks for joining us. You're watching ARIRANG News Break, live from Seoul. I'm Han. We start with domestic politics. Korea's two main rival parties are edging closer to electing their next party leaders. The ruling Saenuri Party and the main opposition Minju Party of Korea should have their respective leaderships in place before the end of the month. Our National Assembly correspondent Kim Young-gil reports.
The five candidates fighting it out to be the next chairman of the ruling Saenuri Party will on Friday hold their third round of joint speech sessions. The 11 party members vying for one of the 6 vacant spots on the Supreme Council will also be busy drumming up support at the stadium in Cheonan, South Chungcheongnam-do Province. Among the 5 contenders for the party's top job, 2 have agreed to form an alliance and put forth one candidate based on the result of a public survey. The Saenuri Party is slated to elect its new leadership at its convention next Tuesday. The main opposition Minju Party of Korea will hold an in-house primary on Friday to whittle down the number of contenders from 4 to 3. The Minju Party will hold its national convention and select its new leader on August 27. The minor opposition People's Party plans to maintain its interim leadership under Park Ji-won until the end of the year. Kim Young-gil, ARIRANG News.
The highly anticipated 2016 Rio Olympics will kick off with a grand opening ceremony on Friday evening local time. Some 10,500 athletes from more than 200 nations are set to compete at this year's games, which are being held in Latin America for the first time. And with the ceremony less than 24 hours away, the men's football got underway today with 8 group games. Korea put 8 goals past Fiji in their first group game, which finished around 15 minutes ago. The Korean team scored 7 times in the second half to easily beat the Pacific Island nation. In the same group, Germany and Mexico played out a 2-2 draw earlier in the day. The host nation Brazil got off to a disappointing start with a goalless draw against South Africa. South Korea's next match will be against Germany on Monday morning at 4 a.m. GMT. That's noon on Monday, Korea time. Korean shipping company Hyundai Merchant Marine is officially leaving the Hyundai empire today after 40 years of business. It'll be starting afresh as a subsidiary of its main creditor, Korea Development Bank. Park Jong-won has more.
It was back in 1976 that the shipping company Hyundai Merchant Marine was launched by the late Hyundai founder and chairman Chung Ju-young. Legend has it that Chung built the company from scratch by convincing foreign investors that he would build their ships. The firm really took off when it merged with Shinhan Shipping, a company founded by the father of the current Hyundai Group chairwoman Hyun Jung-eun. It once rose to be the world's 8th largest shipping line, but faltered during the global recession and amid crippling liquidity problems. While it managed to avoid bankruptcy following painstaking corporate restructuring, its ownership has been handed over to the state-run Korea Development Bank.
We decided this would be in the best interest of the company and all the shareholders and would minimize losses.
Now being reborn as a subsidiary of Korea Development Bank, experts say the biggest challenge is restoring credibility and business capacity.
I believe the company must be led by a competent and convincing CEO who can deliver on the interests of both KDB and Hyundai Merchant Marine.
Creditors plan to scour the world for a new CEO and have the new chief in place by early next month. With the departure of Hyundai Merchant Marine, Hyundai Group, once Korea's largest conglomerate, has further retreated in the ranks. It now has less than 10 trillion won, or roughly $9 billion in assets, meaning it no longer qualifies as one of the country's leading business groups. Park Jong-hong, ARIRANG News.
Korea's minimum wage for 2017 has been set. The Labor Ministry announced Friday that it'll be $6,471 or $5.80 an hour. The hourly rate is 7.3% higher than this year. It means workers will earn about $460 a week or $1,200 a month if they work 8 hours a day. Since the Park administration took office in 2013, the minimum wage has been on a steady rise, but next year's figure slowed from the 8% hike for this year. The new wage is expected to apply to about 17% of all wage workers in Korea. That's about 3.8 million people. An appeals court in the United States has thrown out a lawsuit filed by a Japanese group that sought the removal of a so-called Comfort Women statue from Glendale Central Park in California. The Korean American Forum of California says the 9th U.S. Court of Appeals upheld a lower court ruling rejecting the request, saying the group's claims were false. The right-wing Japanese group called the Global Alliance for Historical Truth filed the suit in February 2014. It claimed Japan's wartime sex slavery had not been proven and accused Glendale of infringing upon the federal government's exclusive power to conduct foreign affairs. The Korean American Forum of California said the court's decision has encouraged them to establish more statues to honor the tens of thousands of women coerced into sexual slavery by the Japanese military before and during World War II. And that's all for now. Keep you tuned to ARIRANG for more top domestic and global news updates throughout the day. Thank you for watching.